This video is sponsored by the Foggy Dew, Dublin's legendary pub, located beside the Central Bank and Temple Bar. Come in for great nights, pints and supporting metal. Shout out to our other sponsor, Helio Gas Detection.
Hey everybody, Richie here from the Metal Cell podcast, first one of 2026, and I'm delighted to welcome Jones and Craig of Corson to the show. How are we, lads?
Well, all good, man. All good.
Yeah.
All good. Loving life.
Loving life, indeed.
Freezing.
First time on the show, and we're all fucking frozen, man.
Yeah. Jones is fine. Jones is roasting.
I'm sweating, boys. Sweating.
Yeah. The shine. We should have worn sunglasses for Jones.
Yeah.
You were gonna produce that fucking brightness, man. Do you know what, lads? I saw ye last year at Tullamore Metal Fest.
Oh, nice.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That was on my birthday, that gig. So
Was it really?
Yeah.
Fuck, that was a great fucking day, man. You knocked it out of the park that day. It was brilliant.
Thanks, man. That was good crack.
Cheers, man.
Really cool.
What was the set list like that day? Because obviously none of us had access
Oh,
to
I actually
the new
have
EP.
it.
Oh, do you have it there, dude?
Oh,
No way.
I have the set list from that gig on my door. So, yeah, we bit of everything, to be honest. There's a lot of stuff off the new EP.
How many?
Yeah, mostly just the old favourites. Four, actually, most of them. I think the only one we didn't play was Alcatraz.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
And we played one new song that isn't on the EP, hasn't been recorded yet, but there's more new shit. I'm sure we'll talk about that in a bit.
Yeah. Nice. So, Rituals of the Shattered Mind EP, the launch is the 31st of January in Voodoo. And celebrating Witchy is Terrace and Asylum Road. Two nice supports there. Big shout out to Boydesy as well, Terrace's drummer, who's jumped in for once or twice for you as well.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Boydie jumped in.
Boydie.
Had a gig for us in Voodoo. That was really
My
cool.
first gig.
That's right. There you go.
Wow.
Your first gig and Boydie's first gig with Cursed Son.
Fucking hell, that's mad. And he wore the tribal things and all, like.
He did.
Yeah.
He's a legend. Big shout out to him anyway. He'll be delighted we gave
He was asking about you.
class. Yeah. So Andrew, you said then that Andrew Jones. I'm gonna call you Jones. You said
Yeah, Jones. Yeah.
6 years in the making with COVID killing the momentum.
Yeah.
Wow, fucking hell.
Well, that was just, obviously pain in the hole for everybody, but we were kind of on a roll. Most of these songs were kind of written, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We were like thinking about recording, it was around the time we were actually ready. This is strange. A day before the whole lockdown thing, we were meant to film a video for Replicant.
Okay.
From the last EP, and everything went to shit, and then people were like, right, we'll skip it and we'll do it next week or the week after or whatever. And then that was it. That killed everything was set up. We had actors and actresses and everything, kind of the location was all sorted. And that killed the video for Replicant, basically.
Yeah, I think there was I remember back, because obviously I'd have to have the finger on the pulse with the podcast. I remember yourselves, and there was maybe, I'd say, another 10 acts that were all ready to release or in the middle of going for release, and it fucked everything up. Like, little did we know, it would take a year and a half, 2 years to come out of that. Like,
that's just a bit of a pain in the hole, man. You know what I mean? Just a wee bit.
Yeah.
So those songs were from that era then, really?
Some of them were, yeah. We had a couple of them, kind of finished mostly.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, obviously that killed the momentum of everything. And then trying to get back slowly. And then, yeah, it took a while, man. But
Yeah.
just that's why, because we've been beating these songs around for a few years. That's why we want, like, we could have left it for another 6 months and maybe added another 3 or 4 songs, made an album
Yeah.
because we have other songs there.
Mm.
But we were like, just get
Yeah.
these the fuck out, and then we can move on, type thing. Not that we
Yes,
like the songs, we fucking love the songs, but we want to get them out there and
of
let
course.
them.
And do you know what as well, which is
Definitely.
bizarre, Jones, that ye will be reaching a lot of kids in the scene now that will be probably new fans of Course Son,
Yeah.
It's crazy, like with the cycle of the band, like I mean, you were formed in 2007, so what you think has kept Course Son alive when so many bands haven't made it this far?
Um, I personally, I just think everybody that's been in the band's been pretty cool. There's been
Okay.
no douchebags, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and it's kind of like everybody has the freedom there's no like I'm not even though I've been from the start, I'm not like fucking telling people what to do, and
Hmm.
I like the collaboration and the crack and just the creation, man, the creating, and having all these guys come in, whether they're new or they've still been around, like Johnny and Chris and whatever.
Yeah.
I just love creating the music, man, and I think we're still doing it to a high enough standard. So
Oh yeah, fucking right, man. Big time. And would you say then, Jones, that the original vision since 2007, does that still exist in Corson today?
um we started off kind of a lot, I don't know, maybe darker, because I wasn't really writing the lyrics back then. It was
Hmm.
Bryn, the bass player. Me and him started the band, and he was writing a lot of stuff about God and you know the devil and shit. And that's not really what I'm into. I'm
Yes.
more into like fantasy shit and fucking movies and that type of thing, and anything that
Hmm.
really interests me,
Okay.
I'll write about. But I was never really into the religious thing, and it started off. A lot of our songs were kind of like that,
Okay.
in the shadow of the cross and stuff like that. So I think we've evolved a wee bit into more like the likes of Mudvayne or something like that. You know what I mean? Um,
Mm.
I like to think that that's kind of our style, but everybody's got a bit of a mix of everything in there from all the band fella. What about you, Craig? Have you?
I was just going to say it to Craig, like Craig's perspective there.
What's your end?
Well, I find it quite interesting. Just like, well, whenever I was joining the band, I obviously kind of already knew this from being like a fan before, but I remember getting into the songs and having to listen to them fucking over and over again to learn the structure in my head, and then getting to know the lyrics a bit more and starting to pick them apart. And some things I go, oh, that sounds like that's related to that or something. But then even just from talking to Jones about it, just the way that any song is always kind of a fantasy or sci-fi based thing, but it's always something kind of unique, and it's always just interesting, and it's something I haven't really written anything for the band yet, but in the future I would make some lyrics. Just when I write lyrics in my own stuff, I write a lot about myself, so I wouldn't mind just for a bit of a challenge to maybe take a Cursed Sun song and try and write about something just fucking random. Pick a movie, just make
Yeah,
something up.
that's it, man. You can fucking obviously do it. Like I say, everybody can bring in whatever the fuck they want. And if it works, it works. If it
That's the
sounds
main thing,
cool,
yeah.
that's what we go with. You know what I mean? If we dig it, that's the main thing, is right. And
Yeah.
a lot of my lyrics and stuff, as much as I say it's kind of movie based or something, it's not always, but I always find another mix of some other things. There's 2 or 3 stories going on. It's not just solely based on, like, say, a replicant for Blade Runner, but there's a few other things in there. It's based
One
on
thing that
as well.
I would say something just about these newer songs, not just the ones that we're releasing, but also the ones that will probably be down the line the next release. But there's quite a lot of songs that like overlap with each other. I think Experiment and Lunacy Act, they're like connected as one, and then there's a couple of the newer songs
Yeah.
that are also like that. Maybe musically they're not totally in with each other, but lyrically there's like a through line there, which I think is interesting.
Yeah. I mean, also, lads, you have a strong reputation
Yeah.
for live music. How important has the live side of your reputation been to your survival?
I love playing live, man, and it's unfortunate we don't get enough gigs. I don't think. I would like to get more gigs. You know what I mean? I do try, but I'm no fucking promoter or anything like that.
Yeah.
We're kind of as underground as you can get with nobody promoting us. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
when we do a gig, we give it fucking 100%. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And perform. The energy is always high, and I think
Yeah.
that's what people remembers.
It's the same hunger basically stepping on the stage now as you did in the early years then, Jones.
People up there giving it loads, man. It's like no one's going to stop me. Even I've got a busted knee at the minute, but it's not going to stop me, man. I'll be still jumping about. Take a
But
couple of painkillers, bottle of Bucky, and I'll be good
Yeah.
to go.
did we not do like 2 gigs in the immediate aftermath of you fucking up your leg and just no
Did and
issues?
and that's the thing, nobody fucking knew about it.
I forgot.
I
I forgot
stopped.
until afterwards. I think he said something like, "Oh, my leg's actually all right," and I was like, "Fuck!"
That's
Forgot your leg was fucked at all.
I'd say strapped it up, man, and just fucking went for it. I was like, I don't care what happens afterwards. I'm going to give the performance, you know.
Yeah. Like Jones, like you said, the EP was 6 years roughly in the making with COVID killing the momentum. What was it like trying to keep the kind of creative focus across that amount of time?
We didn't do a lot, to be honest, man.
Okay.
Everybody still wrote bits and pieces, and we did come in with a lot of newer stuff then, which is great. But and I think that's the way we work anyway. We don't go in and just jam and then go take bits of a song. Usually somebody comes in with pretty much. It's usually
Interesting.
the guitarists, obviously, like Monty or Johnny will come in with kind of a full song written, and then we just start taking it apart and adding to it there and then.
Okay.
We
Okay.
don't jam and just create there and then. I think that go in with something into the practice room and then build upon it. You know what
Yep.
I mean? Like we almost have a full
Uh,
structure there.
Hmm.
uh, I've not written anything for the band yet, but the way I like to write is I do like to be up by myself and kind of sit with it for a bit and just go over it a million times before I even feel comfortable to actually show it to somebody. So yeah, that kind of fits in with my style as well. Like,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
going to work. And see, whenever you bring in stuff, then we just build on top of it. You know what I mean?
mhm.
We could.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like Craig, you're going to be putting your own stamp on the material, and I suppose there's always the worry with bands is that if they have so much material that it might get stale, that you've lived with it for so long.
Mhm.
So in that aspect, how many do you think, Jones, do you have we'll put aside for the next release, we'll say?
Well, there's already about 5 pretty much written, man.
Okay.
We're going to start rolling them out, trying them live and seeing what works and what doesn't work, or whether we need to change anything. But if we're getting a good reception and we're feeling good with it, we'll just keep it in there, and
Yes.
not really change anything.
Yeah.
So there is about another 5, like I was saying. We could have probably put this together as an album, but I really wanted to just get this out, get the video out, maybe make another video, and then get straight in as soon as possible to do another EP or an album.
Yeah. I mean, is it kind of documenting then this EP a specific period in the band's life rather than a snapshot of who you are right now?
Um, I think, yeah, it's like, again, there's a lot of energy there, and I think just with these tracks, I love them. They're some of the best tracks. Obviously, you have to say that, but you know what I mean. I
Yeah.
do love these 5 tracks, but I kind of
I
want.
didn't write any of them, so I can say that they're all really good.
But yeah, just I want to kind of just get them out there, man, and get rid of them. You know what I mean, and start moving on to the next songs, which are sounding really good already.
Yeah. And is there, like with this release, Rituals of the Shattered Mind, there's no track on that named after it. Is it a concept EP or is it a connected story or
There's, like Craig was saying, there's a couple of tracks are kind of linked in, man, but it's all about in the head, your
mental states? Yeah, I
stuff.
have written
That's
mental
why
states down there. Yeah.
Lunacy Act, Experiment, being experimented on, and they also kind of link in a wee bit to some of the newer songs that I'm writing about as well. About I've got a song called Obey. That's about being told what to do. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're a lot of these newer songs will link in.
Yes.
To this EP even.
Yeah.
Okay. A couple stand-asides or standalones here, like Devil's Night's kind of on its own.
Of course, yeah. Right, I'm going to start with the experiment, play a clip with that. The EP, lads, is fucking fantastic. It's like, I know that there's a lot of people out there really anxious and waiting for it, and I'll tell you now, they won't be disappointed. It's at your best. The musicianship is off the scales. Even Jones, you're singing, you can really feel the passion coming through, with the lyrics and the vocals. So, I mean, you're ticking all the boxes straight away. Like,
awesome, appreciate it, man.
Okay, right. So the first track is The Experiment. So I've picked out my favorite clips of each song, but I just had to start with the opening part of this anyway. So we'll hear it.
Ready?
Yes, Doctor.
Inside, you'll never see what we hide. What's inside? What we hide? What's inside? Suicide. You'll never know. You'll never see. You'll never find my design. You are mine. Experiment. Circus, welcome to the freak show. Welcome to the game. Can you play the game? Welcome you my subject. Welcome to my project. Open up a vein.
Yeah, I fucking love that track, man. Jesus, I like straight away you're thinking this live, especially now that when the release is out, people will know and hear it. That's going to be sang back to you, like.
Yeah, 100%, man. As Johnny says, that's our epic kind of tune that would play at a baseball stadium or something. You know what I mean?
Unreal,
I remember like that coming out and fucking digging it because there was a bit of like a demo of it before. But I remember like getting into the band and then one of the days Jones coming to me and saying, right, these are the next two songs you want to learn. One of them was The Experiment. I was like, fuck yes, happy days. But it's kind of the new MDK now, I think. It's like, because obviously it kind of was released before anyway, but I think it's kind of made its way to being sort of the most popular one.
Right. Yeah, because MDK became our thing. And, everybody knows that now. And everybody sings along to that when we're playing live and we get people to chant. That was the reason behind it. Is that writing MDK, I was like, right, I just have to make it real hooky and see if it catches on. And it was one of the quickest written kind of songs for me vocally and how to sing it and lyrics and all that. And it became one of our most popular. And there's some songs that I also love, but took me forever to write. And not as popular. So you know what I mean? It just depends. Some things hit.
It's always the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always the way.
But I mean, it sets the tone for the EP, that song, it's like it's the right song to pick to start the EP because it just crushes, and like it kind of represents the mindset as well behind the whole release, but as you're saying, Jones there with the lyrics, the experiment, and like there's plenty in that. And I love the welcome to the circus, welcome to the freak show, welcome to the game, time to play the game. You're under no illusions there that there's something happening there. There's kind of danger, there's kind of trepidation and stuff. And you're taking the listener in a journey there of, I suppose, the dark spaces of your mind and what could happen with whoever this person is. That's unfortunate to be in the situation.
100%, man. I like what you said there. Yeah, and I also like people to kind of make up their own mind about it. You know what I mean? Like whenever you write lyrics, you want people to kind of know what you're talking about, but also have their own wee version, and they can
Yeah.
go off and take what they want from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Brilliant track, brilliant opener. On to the next one, Forgotten Souls. We'll play this. This is one of my favorites. Well, Jesus, it's hard to say that they're all my favorites, but this one,
You can say
this
that if you want.
I can, yeah. But this is the song that I went, holy shit, this is different level here. So okay, this is the section I picked anyway.
You take away the misery. The misery's a mystery. Your future is up to where do we go when we are gone? No better attention down deep inside. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Time to collect souls.
Fucking ending even. Time to collect souls. That's like fucking prime testament for me, you know.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus, that fucking riff behind the whole thing. Like I'd say most of the song is built on that riff, but Jesus, this is catchy as fuck. Like,
That's it, man. That's kind of what I've been wanting to do recently, is make a lot of hooks, a lot of catchy shit, you know, that people remember.
yeah,
I don't want to be that band that somebody goes on stage or watches on stage and goes, it sounded like one big song. You know what I mean? It could be, you could be playing 6 to 10 songs and people be like, is that still that same song? I want every song to kind of be representative of Curse It's On, sound like Curse It's On, but also sound quite different.
yes.
And that's I think we've established that with this EP for sure.
Yeah, and of course, I'll bring you into this one, Craig, working with Josh in JSR Audio. I mean, I've just run out of things to say about Josh. I've praised him so much in the past. Now you've had different producers before, but let's talk about Josh's input into this.
So this one was a kind of interesting because we went through a couple of different things. So I have a studio in the house, so we'd done a lot of the vocals recording up here. We did the drums with Josh, and then me, Johnny, and Monty went off and just done all our stuff at home on a DI. Recorded all the vocals here. My friend Paul Primewood done a mix, done a couple of mixes, and it just wasn't sitting right for us. So I said, well, take it back to Josh here and see how we get on. And I think we were just all really impressed with the product. So it was very much like self-produced in a lot of ways, but obviously with Paul's help and then with Josh sort of tying it all together at the end, that's how you've ended up with that and how good it sounds.
Yeah, it sounds fucking huge, doesn't it, Jones?
Does, man. We were so happy with it, you know what I mean? Like Craig was saying there, Paul definitely helped me and helped me feel comfortable, because every time I go in to do vocals, I'm always nervous, man, even though I sing in front of, you know, in front of a lot of people and whatever.
Recording's a different ball game though, like
always nervous going up and doing recordings, you know what I mean, for some reason. But Paul helped me get back into the swing of things. He was very easy to work with. And then we took it all to Josh, who's just fucking awesome at mixing and mastering, man, and made it sound fucking bigger than we thought it could.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
And we
Um,
sent him so many revisions, and he didn't complain once. He got them all done.
He's just like, for fuck's sake, I shouldn't have started this WhatsApp group.
yeah.
So never again. I'm not working with Christian Son again. Fuck them boys.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. So many people talk that about Josh that like they kind of just fucking barrage him with loads of different stuff, and he still is able to fucking figure it out and get to the finished product, in record time. Like,
Aye, that's what I'm saying. Man, he's quick. He's quick too. Like, yeah. He knocked whenever we sent it to him. He basically got it done within about 2 weeks. Just fucking blasted through it.
It's really quick.
yeah. The main riff I was on about. What are your memories of one of the who came up with that riff? Can you remember?
I was
Was that
Johnny.
Monty?
I think it was
Johnny?
Johnny's Forgotten Souls. I hope.
Mm.
I hope so. Sorry, Johnny. But I think most of this stuff was Johnny. Devil's Night was actually Steve, who played bass. Was he kind of come in? Devil's Night riff, and we obviously just then built on top of that.
Mm.
But most of the stuff there is the Johnny by coming
Yeah.
in. But the next few tracks, actually, for the future ones, Monty's come in.
Okay.
He's come in with a few songs there, which are sounding fucking quick and heavy.
Yeah.
Would I be right in thinking that Lunacy Act was written not totally, but by Kieran, wasn't it?
Yes, you're right. Sorry, I forgot about Lunacy Act. Yeah, McKeever,
Kieran
who was with
McKeever.
was with us from the start.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, fair play to McKeever. Yeah, he came in, so pretty much Lunacy Act is his and the rest Johnny's. The other three
Nice.
there.
Nice. Okay, so this is the showpiece, the next song I think of the EP. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion as the listener with this track, Ghosts of Alcatraz. Big shout out to Machine Core for Ghosts of Everest, which
I was watching that last night. Actually, the Machine Core one. I stuck on a few of your podcasts last night, man. I was watching because obviously I know all the boys like Morrow and all. But like I work with Anto from Senescence, for fuck's sake. So yeah, I seen whenever like I'd written this song ages ago, and then he came out with a Ghost of Everest, and I was like, son of a bitch. I will fucking message you, man. No, I didn't bother.
I did a double take when I saw it. I went, what?
Yeah,
Ghosts of
I know.
Okay, Alcatraz. Okay. Okay, I love this song. This is fucking class.
I think this is my favorite one.
Yeah. Right, this is the section I picked, and it's a nice part to it as well, which I'll explain after we listen to it. Okay. Absolute fucking killer of a track. My God. Whew. Okay, so that solo part that starts the track and how it comes in back. There's a band called Mortal Sin, They're a thrash band from Australia, and they have a song called Lebanon, and they have a haunting opening kind of guitar chord section like that, and it just pulls you in. And I was just going, imagine if they fucking brought that riff back at the middle or near the end, and sure enough, there it appeared, and I just went, oh, I love this, fucking brilliant.
That's how Johnny there with his fucking twiddling McFiddling.
That man's a fucking wizard.
Fingers McGee.
Mental.
There's
And he'll
so
give me a lift home sometimes, and he'll be like, I just have to sit and practice all the time. I just can't grasp it." And I'm like, "Mate, what are you talking about?"
But that's why he's so good, because he fucking
Yeah.
practices all the time, you know.
Damn right.
Of course, yeah. I mean, there's just so much going on with the track. There's like different tempo changes, and I think as a singer, Jones, it was on like there's emotional impact with the music for sure, but I think there was a lot more pressure on you to deliver vocally for this, which you have. Congratulations. So taking on that challenge, when the writing of the music was clearly, going to be a difficult one for you probably to box in various vocal harmonies and stuff. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I think that was, out of all the songs, that was definitely the most difficult to put together.
Hmm.
And I always had the idea of the Ghost or the Alcatraz thing, because I've been to Alcatraz and I watched a lot of documentaries on Alcatraz, and I just thought it was a fucking interesting thing. And the idea behind this was, I was starting to write about Alcatraz, and I was writing about the people that were in prison there and that type of thing. But then I was like, well, why can't we switch it up a wee bit and make it as if this song, the vocals are coming from Alcatraz? It's like if it was alive, how would it speak? You know what I mean? It's like,
Nice.
I am Alcatraz, and I'm the one that's taking all your lives and controlling you and that type of thing. It's kind of like as if Alcatraz was a living, breathing creature, like,
Yes.
and it's from its perspective, kind of. So I thought it was a wee bit different, and that gave me the energy and stuff to kind of build on it. And eventually I got there, man. It
Yeah,
took a
100%.
while, but I got there. In the end.
Craig, approaching that from the bass point of view, what instruments were you using for the recording of it, first of all? And was there any kind of specific areas in that song that stand out to you as a bassist?
It's not really. For most of these songs, I've kind of pretty much just learned the song and tried to not add too much or take away too much by doing too many things. I think the only bit that I really can think of that I added to was actually in Forgotten Souls, was just at the tail end of the bit that you played, where it was originally just like strumming kind of parts, but it was too fast, and I was like, oh, fuck that shit. So I was just doing chords, like, instead, just picking the chords. So it's kind of buried under the mix, but when you do hear it, I think it just adds a little bit extra to it. But for the most part, was just serving the songs, trying to stay in my lane, not do too much, but just make it sound good.
Don't you?
Yeah, and sometimes as well, like sometimes less is more, as they say. So even that bit that you played there, where it goes into the see just how open that is. I think we've only played it live maybe once or twice. Played it at the Siege of Limerick, I know that. But just I like how open that bit is, and with the groove that Chris is playing, like,
Yes.
I'm not really doing too much, but that's kind of the most satisfying part of the song to play, because it just feels good.
Yeah. And what bass were you using for the recording?
I have one bass. It's an ESP LTD Surveyor 400, I think, and it's like just a natural sort of wood colored thing. I've had it for a few years. But yeah, it's the weapon of choice. It never does me any wrong. Like,
Are you a 4 or 5 stringer?
just 4. It's weird. So for guitar, I think I prefer 7, but I think with bass, 5 is too many. I don't know what it is about it, but I feel a lot comfier with 4 strings.
Yeah, that's cool. As a bassist myself, I understand. Okay, Lunacy Act. This is straightforward trash. It's excellent. Here we go.
Steps search the brain.
Yeah, fucking class. Given a lot of dynamics going on behind in the background there, this is an EP that you're going to have to listen to 4 or 5 times, people, to pick up and enjoy the, we'll say, the kind of the frills that often don't get called out, Jones, Talk to us about that.
Sorry, man, you cut off there. What was it you
Oh,
said?
oh, my apologies. I'm just on about kind of with that track. There's a lot of stuff in the background there that comes to the fore. Maybe after you'd notice after 4 or 5 listens, vocal effects and other echoes. Kind of structurally.
Well, that was it. We were thinking like we had been playing this song for a couple of years, really, because Kieran came in and it was vocally quite different. And leading up to recording, Monty wasn't that happy with the way the vocal verses lay or whatever, and he was like, "Is there any chance we can redo Lunacy Act vocally?" And again, I was like, happy to do it. I was like, if nobody likes it in the band, what's the point in it being there?
Yes.
So I went back to the start and rewrote it, and he threw in a few lyrics for me and helped me out for this one. And yeah, it changed it up, man. I think it's heavier than what it used to be.
Okay.
It's a lot more chaotic.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Monty was looking for, because
Mm.
he was like, I think it needs to be a bit more mad. It's about the Lunacy Act, it's about a lunatic asylum type thing.
Yeah.
Make it a bit more chaotic, and I think that's what we done with it. And that very, very end bit you were coming into there, Craig's screaming in that, and Paul screaming in that.
Yeah, I think Paul might be there as well. I
Paul's in there.
would just mention as well, since we were talking about bass earlier, Jones, you were suggesting before we recorded that I would do a bit of slap at the end instead of just picking the notes. So if you notice the bass sounds fatter, that's why.
Oh, okay. So you did it.
Mm.
Slapping
Oh,
the
yeah.
bass.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's also without going any further, just to acknowledge Chris's drumming right through the EP.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Mhm.
fantastic, man.
Unbelievable.
A band like ye need the sheer heaviness of he is built on the rhythm section, and certainly Chris's drumming performance through this, the rhythm guitars are crushing, Craig the bass as well. Is that something you're kind of really proud of as a band? So fucking heavy.
Yeah, man, it's Chris is fucking just getting better every time.
Mm.
Yeah, I think he went in and killed it there. I was with him when he went in to do the recording, and we bashed it out pretty damn quick. He went in and killed it, but yeah, I just fucking, I'm loving the sound of this, man. Like I said, Josh and all, just think it's very heavy, very cool.
And I think again, we've said it already, this EP is fucking more or less ready to be played in front of a live audience, and this is where it will take on another life I know you've played some of the tracks already to fans, but like say the Ghosts of Alcatraz now, um, oh man, like what a great set list it's going to be, for the launch.
Yeah, man, it's going to be class to finally really play Ghost of Alcatraz, because we haven't, like Craig said, I think realistically, I think we've only played it once live.
Yeah.
And
So I think Siege.
yeah. And that was just to try and trial it again, before the release and whatever, and see what it sounds like, see if the crowd took to it. And I thought it did pretty well. And I think we went in and done an even better job then in the recording. So I think it's pretty, like you said, one of your favorite tracks and stuff. So
Yeah. Okay, let's go on to the bonus track, Devil's Night. I'm glad you included it. Nice touch. Here we go. Yeah, I'm loving the old Phil Anselmo there, Jones. You can't deny it.
I'll take it, man. I'll take it 100%.
Um, just bringing back your memories to the video of that, and it's a nice tip of the hat, really, to where that was. When was that? 2023? I'm gonna
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Okay.
That's yeah, man. That video was class. We originally shot. There's other snippets, not just in the Carndoo house, there's other bits, story elements. And we went and filmed them about 2 weeks previous. And then we kind of had a Sunday booked to go down to that Carndoo house. And we were just sneaking in, man. It was just like, fucking grab the drums, get in, knock it out in as many hours as we can do it. Went in, man. And about 2 weeks after we finished filming, they closed that shit off completely. They locked it all up, boarded it up and stuff, so nobody could get in after that. So the timing was fucking impeccable. We actually got the video done.
Do remember, where was that house? I know it's not the same one. That Senescence recorded their video in.
Oh shit! That was a big mansion
It
somewhere.
was, yeah. I think that was a private place as well, but they definitely got permission for that.
Yeah, they got permission, and apparently
They didn't sneak in.
They didn't sneak in, but apparently they were doing smoke machine or some shit, and then the fire brigades came out.
What? Oh, for fuck!
Apparently the fire brigades came out to the boys and had to stop filming until they got it up. I'm sure that was a pain in the ass too.
Expensive if it's down south here. If the fire brigade are called, you get fucking charged, man.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. What back?
Jesus.
Oh shit!
Must talk to Anto about that.
Give him a shout, yeah.
So that's the closing track, and we'll go on to say what's next for Eve. Songs prepped. Are we talking about the evolution or full left turn?
I think these are slightly different than the newer ones, because a lot of our older stuff was written by Kieran and Johnny, and now Monty's coming in with new songs and the new perspective. So it's going to take us a wee bit off to the side, man, but it'll still have the groove and but we'll maybe just try and get a wee bit heavier, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe
I-
Greg,
It's
6-string bass or some shit.
oh, it's too many, too many. But
You can see the sweat
what is it?
appearing on the brow already.
But all the newer songs, like I would say again, just from an outsider, technically, because I didn't fucking write any of them, but it's still very much like classic sort of Cursed Sun. But I would say the new songs have a bit more of a experimentation to them. There's a bit more. It's probably coming from Monty writing a bit more and stuff like that. But it, I don't know what it is necessarily about them, but you can hear definitely a progression, but it's still Cursed Sun at the
Yeah.
core, like.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. So we'll talk about the Northern scene and perspective.
Nailed
Like it has changed massively since 2007. So what's better now, and what do you miss out of that? If you're going to take a reference point of 2007.
Fuck. Let's see. There was a lot more places to play back then. What are we missing? We're missing the Rosetta Bar and what else? There's a few other places that kind of don't do gigs and stuff anymore. But yeah, I miss that, man. And we're like, I know we've said it before, but we're one of the longest kind of running bands. So it's mad to see the evolution and the change, and a lot of bands falling out and disappearing from the scene.
Yeah. But I mean,
But it's usually them guys or girls in the bands that move on and change into another band. You know what I mean? It's not like they just disappear forever and you don't see them on the scene again.
yeah, I mean, but you'd have to say then as well that the production values now are a lot better for bands. They've a better chance with the technology as well to self-produce.
Oh, 100%. That's definitely where it's changed for the better. You know what I mean? The fact that you can go to gigs and not even bring an amp. Sometimes you don't even have to. You can just plug straight in and you can play and get a good sound. So, Craig, talk about 2007.
2007, I was 6 years old, and Spider-Man 3 came out. And
We
I
wrote
went
a
to see
song
it
for
my
that?
birthday. Did you?
Oh.
You
Web
could
of
have wound me
Deceit.
up there. Could have let me on.
I could have. It's called Web of Deceit.
Yeah. And like Jones, do you think, or do younger bands ever come to you for advice? Do you feel like, or do you still feel like you're fighting for space as a band?
That's a good question, man. I actually do get some people asking for stuff, and not asking for stuff, but asking for advice and asking for gigs. And I also say to them guys, I'm like, if I can get you a gig, I'll fucking get you a gig. I'm trying to get a gig.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There's like, I'm finding it difficult these days to get gigs because there is a lot of bands about. And it is difficult, but all we can do is when we get a gig, give it 100% and hopefully he sees us and goes, I like them and I'm going to book them for another show.
Yeah.
That's the hope.
There's a lot of newer bands, especially over the last couple of years, and I think the thing that's difficult about it is that most of the newer bands are coming out from up here, but mainly sort of the Belfast scene. They're all really fucking good.
Yeah.
You've like, there's too many to name, but Impulse to Resist, fucking Adrenochrome, Megatonal. There's so many. They're all just lethal bands, and I suppose we kind of are fighting for a space because in a way, Cursed Sun's been there that long that with all these newer bands coming out, it can be hard to get that mix. And obviously, there's new people coming out. You want to give them a chance to find their feet and stuff as well. So.
How important then is Belfast specifically to the identity of Cursed Sun?
Oh, 100%, man. We've mostly played Belfast rather than anywhere else, and that's where we've been from the start. But down south,
I would say, just to cut in there, I would say even the likes of things like looking back at old music videos. Like for the Amygdala comes to mind because you ended up shooting that on top of the Europa Hotel,
Yeah.
which is kind of a it's a pretty
Iconic.
mad thing to me.
Iconic, yeah.
That was fucking scary as shit. I was up sitting on top. Like if I seriously, if I'd have slipped or I farted or something, I'd have been off the edge.
Game over.
I'd have been off the edge. That it was fucking. It was mad. Like I was literally my legs hanging off the edge of the Europa. And
But
basically, what to do?
But Craig,
they get you to sign a wee waiver and go on up.
I was just going to say there, Jones, your side profile was beautiful. Like, did you get that? No.
Thanks very much.
The side profile of him. Oh, it was just like, you know, I mean, fucking hell, it looked like something out of like Hollywood, you know. Who shot that?
So that particular bit was my mate Bill Taylor. He shot it for me because the rest of the video, as you can see, it looks a bit grainy and stuff. But that was shot down at the T13 skate park by a bunch of students.
Okay.
They ran out of memory. They ran out of videotape, basically. And we didn't get... So I asked them, could we have the footage? Because I was like, I'm not going to let it go. We can add to this and maybe make a video out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I asked Bill, I was like, can you come up and just shoot me on top of the Europa and try and splice that together and make a video out of it? And he did. And fair play to Bill. Like,
yeah, cool.
Got something out of it.
Okay, so we'll just do, because you are a film buffs and stuff like that. If Rituals of a Shattered Mind was a horror film, what kind would it be?
It's all you, Jones.
Spider-Man 3.
No!
Whenever he became Dark Spidey, you know. No, I would say the likes of for Rituals of Shattered Mind, like 12 Monkeys.
Oh, Jesus, okay, right.
I would definitely I'd get a feeling from that, you know what I mean? I think that could work.
I think you're kind of missing a few slasher films there, you know, in asylums and stuff like.
Oh yeah, there's bound to be loads, man. All the Saw franchise, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you take a go, yeah. Like, I mean, so who would die first if it was a horror movie then in the band?
Johnny.
Yeah, he's the oldest.
Johnny, basically, he's the oldest. We could probably run quicker than him. That's sorry, Johnny. He'd be like understandable, yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. So out of the 4 or 5 track, well, the 4 tracks, 4 new ones, then which track best represents Cursed Son right now? I want both of you to jump in on that.
But I think Lunacy Act's going to be chaos. Like I think I think people are going to dig that because they haven't heard this version of it, even if they've seen it live. It's different. It's different
Okay.
than what it was. But I'm really looking forward to, you know, I'm not going to forget Forgotten Souls, but I think Ghost of Alcatraz is very different.
Yeah.
It's got a haunting feel to it, and hopefully that captures people's minds, and maybe they'll dig that one. Like you, like Craig says, and you yourself there, Richie, you've said probably one of your favorites. So
yeah,
but experiment right now, but moving forward, the other 3.
Definitely say as well from like a fan perspective, because again, I still kind of get like that with these songs, even though I've played them all fucking a million times. But I think if I was still like not in Cursed Son and this EP came out like with those 5 songs or 4 songs, I'd be really fucking pleased. Like I'd be like, this is class. This is me sorted for the next 6 years, you know.
Let's hope it's not another 6 years. God damn.
No, it'll not be 6 years.
Yeah.
6 months, Richie will be back in 6 months.
Yes, there you go. Hopefully. So it's like, because this is why you're on, you know, with the upcoming release, and so just a bit of perspective on it now that it's going to be out soon. What do you think listeners will take from Rituals of the Shattered Mind? What's the one thing you hope that they'll walk away feeling?
I hopefully pumped, and that they'll wanna, like you said, there's underlying bits there, and hopefully they'll go back and listen to it a few times. And it's not just they listen to it once, go, I've heard it, and move on. Hopefully it's banging enough.
There's enough hooks in it, Jones, for sure, for him to come back a few times. Definitely. Craig?
That's the hope.
Yeah.
And the video, well, hopefully the video does well.
Oh, we have to talk about that, actually. Yeah, go on, Craig. Just answer that one, and then we'll just jump onto the video.
Yeah, same again. I just hope people get to the end of it and go, fuck, I want to listen to that again, or fuck, there's not enough songs on that. When's the next thing coming out? You know, so just hope people enjoy it. Like, that's the main thing. And hopefully it gets people out to gigs and stuff, because I suppose another thing about the scene is that, like, not just for metal, for all music in general, like, it is harder to get people out to go to shows and all now. So hopefully we can get a good few to Voodoo on the 31st.
Yes, that's a great point. Yeah, it's very valid at the moment. You know, that you see thousands flocking to the Tree Arena to see the likes of Pantera, Power Trip, and, like, you know, Megadeth, fucking, like, who else? There's been shit tons of big acts coming, and thousands are going. And even if we had a fraction of that, even 5% of them thousands just going to local gigs would make all the difference, and there would be more gigs because of that. Like.
That's the dream, man. It is the hope, but it's I don't know. It's a tough one, because people maybe go, I'm only going to go to one gig this year or two gigs, and then they'll pay the big bucks for them one or two gigs. Whereas, like you said, they could spend a tenner and go see 4 unbelievable underground acts.
And you could do that every single week.
Every
week. Know?
Yeah, correct.
And I work most weekends, but so it's difficult enough for me. And I can't say that, you know, it's not fair that nobody goes out. I don't go out enough. I need to go out, and that's a wee resolution for this year, is to maybe go to more local gigs, to be honest myself.
Well, you know what? All I'll say to you is, lads, as musicians, you've left nothing behind you with this new release. It deserves so many people to go to see live and just check out these new songs. It's an incredible release, and something you should be really proud of, and it's a great evolution of the band, you know?
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, so
I'm just going to head in real quick here while it's in my head. But there's the launch on the 31st of January, but we do have another gig we're doing in the Pit Festival for the 2nd year in a row. So for anyone down south, it's in the Grand Social in Dublin. I think it's the 21st of March, I think.
Okay. We'll be giving that a shout out on the show as we get closer to it anyway. Yeah, so we'll go back to the EP launch, which is on the Voodoo Belfast, Saturday 31st of January. Again with Terrace and Asylum Road, 2 fantastic bands, brilliant support acts actually. So hopefully that'll be packed out. Is there going to be a physical release? And second of all, let's talk about the video that's coming up. I've seen clips of it. It looks fucking hilarious.
So yes, there will be a CD. We're in the middle of trying to get that sorted right now. I'm waiting on an email back. But yeah, we'll have physical copies by hook or by crook. We'll fucking have copies at this gig. And yeah, the video.
If we don't have them for this one, we'll have them for the next one for sure.
Yeah, 100%. But fingers crossed, we'll get it in time for this one for sure. So the video, I'd had it in my head for ages about this kind of idea for the video. I had a different place in mind. So it took me a while now to find a new place to do this. And then I had to search for the actors and actress and all that. Awesome job of the edit and all, and the filming. Fucking looks class.
So when is the video coming out then?
Same day as the EP.
Perfect.
Yeah.
My first ever proper music video as well. I'd done like a couple of DIY ones with my old band, but it was my first real video, like, so big deal for me.
I'm glad you added band there after DIY videos. Thank you.
Me too. You don't want to see them other videos he sends me.
But for a price you can't.
Ah, that's class. So that's it, lads. Just anything else you want to add? Obviously, again, check out Rituals of Shattered Mind EP. What else? Anything out there?
Yeah, it's 8th of January. Just like the video will be released that day as well. And we just hope we get decent numbers on the video and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, like put a lot into this video, and it'll hopefully link into the next video, which will be Lunacy Act. So
Nice heads.
do another video in the next couple of months. Hopefully, get that out, man. It'll kind of be linked together.
Brilliant stuff.
But yeah, hopefully just people enjoy it and come out to the gigs. And before we know it, hopefully we'll be sitting on a beach earning 20%. Fingers crossed.
Big time.
If Craig ain't making it from the DIY videos, he's certainly going to be making it on the percentages on the CD release. Yeah, excellent stuff.
£3.
So you've been listening to Jones and Craig from Curson. Congratulations on a fantastic EP, lads. Proud of you. Regards to all the rest of the lads in the band, and hopefully we'll catch you live somewhere down the line. And thanks again for coming on the show.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
And crucially, support your local metal scene.
Stealing my control, spending my time building this life. Did I leave a legacy? Spending my time building this life. Is this my destiny? Did you?